Hello, everyone out there. How's it going today? Gonna let the stream kind of settle in for just a second, and then we're gonna get started with a short little podcast today. It's not gonna be a very long one. Let me just get my Facebook. There we go. Started here. Check in with you guys. See if you have any comments, questions, anything like that. Oh, hold on a second. Boom. Just gotta. There we go. Had to mute it. Sorry about that. What's up, Sam? D? Bobby? How you guys doing today? You guys being successful? Going out there and killing it? So, I'm going to get started with the podcast, and then what I'm going to do is I'll hang around for a little bit afterwards. If you guys have any questions that you want to ask, please do feel free to ask them, and we will go about it that way. So I'm going to start recording it just like I would if I was doing the actual podcast recording. So 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Optimum Synergy Podcast. I'm your host, Adam Huber, and it's another solo one today. But it will be a short little podcast, but I think that this is going to be something that is going to be helpful for a lot of you guys out there, whether or not you own a business or you have a really busy life, because life gets busy. That is a constant for all of us, that life gets super, super busy. And so I want to just share something with you guys that has helped me kind of focus in on a couple of key things that need to get done every single day, and helps me make sure that what I'm doing is moving me forward and making sure that I'm doing the things that I need to get done every single day. And this is something that I've stolen from Andy Frisella again. So if you guys don't know who Andy Frisella is, I listened to him. What's up, Lindsay? I listened to him. I use a couple of things in his teachings or things that I've learned off of his podcast. But the reason why I do that is because I think that those are really important things that help me out a lot. And the thing that I'm going to be talking about today is called The Power List. You can buy this specific book on andyfrisilla.com. I'm not sponsored by him. This is not a paid advertisement or anything like that. But I don't know what podcast episode it was. It's going to be one of the early ones that he's talking about the power list. But I'm just going to real quick go over what the power list is in the first place. It's pretty simple idea. It's hard to execute if you're not used to doing these things, though. So what the power list is real simple. Let me find a day here. So you have 5 tasks that you have to complete every day. And the important thing is they're not just your average everyday tasks. They are key tasks that you have to do that are critical tasks that are moving you forward as a person, as a human being. And that's a pretty big differentiator from like a to-do list or whatever. These are ideally things that you're going to be putting down on this list that are moving you forward to where you want to go. So some of you guys out there might have 1 year, 2-year goals, 6-month goals, whatever. What you're basically trying to do is you're basically trying to find 5 things every single day that are helping you move you towards that 6-month goal, 1-year goal, 5-year goal. So those are the things that you would put in here. You're not putting something in there like pick up laundry or something like that. Like, that's not what you would put on the power list. The power list is named the power list for a reason, and that is because you are doing things that are, again, specifically moving you forward. So if you're trying to develop a habit on something, say you're trying to work out regularly, say you're trying to meditate regularly, you're trying to do whatever, you would put those things down in the power list book. Now, once you've done it for 20 days straight, then it is no longer something that you're trying to develop a habit for, it is a habit. And so you no longer put it in the power list and you move on to something else. For me, like I mean, I've kind of always been in the last year or so, anyways. I've been really good about working out, so I don't need to put down working out, a couple of times a week. But there's a couple of things that I'm trying to do a little bit more of, trying to get up from the desk more and walk around more, those kinds of things. So I make sure to put in here, get up from, complete my Apple Watch ring for standing every single day, stuff like that, along with really critical tasks that need to get done throughout the day. Now, I've actually already used up this book. You don't need to obviously buy this book. You can use a standard regular planner. But what is nice about this book, I will say that this size of book is really nice to have. You've got a great section in here for notes and stuff like that. But the most important part is this little part right up here, which is the W or the L. When you get your tasks done, if you get all 5 done, doesn't matter how long it takes you, it doesn't matter if you get them done by 9 a.m. that day. If you get all 5 tasks done that are super important, that are only things that you can do, then you would circle the W and your tasks are done. If you don't get them done, then you circle the L and you lost that day. That's the basic premise behind the power list, is you either win the day or you lose the day. That's the basic premise behind it. This has helped me a lot in really getting my focus in on what are the 5 really important things that I need to get done today, and are they moving me towards the goal that I ultimately want? And that goal is always kind of changing for me. Like you should really never have the same goal in 6 months' time that you do a year later. And if you have the same goal from 1 year to the next, you might really want to reevaluate. First of all, is your goal too high? Is it too big that it's taking you multiple days to do that goal? Or are you just not putting in enough work and enough effort? And again, this just really helps get you to that point. This is, I got this book done in about a year, something like that. And just to show you guys, I didn't end up buying that book again. I just went with a simple leather-backed book. But this size of book is really, really nice to have because you can jot notes down throughout the day, that type of thing. So it's super nice to have that size of book, because if you're doing something, if you're recording, if your deal is to record a video that day, and then you can put in there, notate, this didn't go so well or whatever. Just really nice to have that. So that's all I really have for you guys today. If you want to listen to the actual podcast, look it up on the MFCEO Project podcast. Listen to it. It's a great episode. I just really did a basic skim of the actual thought process and everything like that. I'm sure it's not something that Andy has brought up or made up himself. I'm sure. I mean, really, if you think about it, there's tons of things out there like this. Like there's the dot journal and so on and so forth. There's tons of different methods like this. I just particularly liked doing 5, and I just liked the win-loss type mentality. So, and you're not going to win every day. That's just the way that it works. There's just going to be days where you lose. So hopefully that is helpful to you guys. I know this is going to be a super short episode, but the next episode is actually going to be really, really good. I'm going to be interviewing a good friend of mine from here in Sioux Falls, and I think that will really be a neat one for you guys. So, yeah, that's probably about it. I'll stick around on Facebook and see if you guys have any questions at all. Danny, I see that you read E-Myth, and you said it was a great read. Thanks for, I'm assuming you listened to the podcast episode, and thanks for listening and picking up the book. Chris, buffering, I'm seeing a lot of buffering on my end too, but I don't know if it's just me or what the deal is, so sorry if there's a bunch of buffering. My bad. Greg, how you doing today? Joseph Lilquist. How you doing? So yeah, all right. Well, guys, I am going to head out. I don't know. I think this video is just getting screwed up. Probably going to delete the recording right after this. So hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.